You guys want to start seated in a comfortable position? Right, I like to sit on my block in the beginning sometimes because it lets my knees fold forward a little bit, so I get that extra alignment and extra length in my spine. We're going to be doing some strengthening and lengthening today, right? This is my first time teaching the yoga for strength, so I hope it's either not too easy or not too hard, depending on what you came here for, because I haven't taught it before. But either way, let's have fun and enjoy. So let's close our eyes so we can start to feel the breath, right? Feel where you're rooted into the earth. Feel where your body is touching, right? Feel your sits bones rooted into whatever you're sitting on. Maybe let your elbows go, lift your shoulders up, let them fall down your back, right? Let your arms get loose. Maybe have your hands facing down on your thighs if you need a little bit more grounding energy for today, right? If you're feeling kind of flighty, or if you need a little energetic energy, maybe put your hands facing up, kind of asking for that energy from the universe to give you a little boost. We're going to close our eyes and just start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Trying to extend that exhale a little tiny bit longer than the inhale. Right, starting to feel it go in through the nose, down the throat, expanding the belly and the chest on the inhale. And as you exhale, you're sucking it all back in. At the very end, the navel comes all the way back to the spine. And just do this a couple times while checking in with your body and how you feel. Right, at the beginning of class, we hope that you'll feel a little bit different at the end of class than you do at the beginning, right? That's why we're here. And so just check in with yourself. I don't know if anyone took an intention card, but the intention that I'm going to just put out there for the class and that I'm using right now in my life is just, I am strong and I am resilient, right? I forget sometimes how physically strong I can be inside my body. We're all a powerhouse, right? And you're going to use that in this class. And you should remember that in your life. So taking whatever intention that you have set, inhaling all the energy that you need to achieve that intention, all the positive vibes, exhaling all the negativity or anything that can get in your way of feeling that way or being that way. We're going to bring our chin to our chest. Taking a deep inhale down the back of the spine. Then bringing our right ear over to our right shoulder. Feeling the left side of the neck stretch. Slowly coming back down through center, over to the left shoulder. Continuing to breathe with the movement. If it feels comfortable enough for you, you can take your head all the way back. Sometimes it doesn't feel comfortable enough. If not, you can just go from one shoulder to the other shoulder. Just sending breath anywhere that feels extra tight, right? Loosening up the neck. Getting all those kinks out. I can hear them. And when you're ready, you can meet me back in it with a neutral chin. We're going to inhale our arms up to the sky. We're gonna twist to the right, bringing our left hand outside the right knee, right hand back behind you. You can come off whatever you're on if you are on something, or stay on it, it's up to you. Taking a deep inhale, pushing into that back hand to elongate the spine, standing tall, or sitting tall, sorry. Then on your next exhale, we're gonna come back through center. Inhale the arms up again, go over to the left, bringing the right hand outside the left knee, sorry. Left hand behind you, pushing into that left hand, creating a long spine, maybe looking out over that shoulder. Taking a full breath in and out. Slowly unwinding. Then we're gonna take a forward fold, so you can inhale up, folding over, bringing your hands down slowly, then maybe inching them out a little bit to get a little deeper into that fold. And then when you get there, let your head hang. Take that deep inhale into the belly, creating space. Exhaling it out. Inhale, slowly come back up one vertebrae at a time. Then we're gonna bring our legs out wide. Maybe readjusting your sits bones again. I like to do that every so often to keep myself rooted. And we're gonna inhale the arms up and do another forward fold. So forward fold, keeping your feet flexed as much as possible. You'll feel that extra stretch in the back of the legs. Taking a breath here. Then inhale, come up out of it a tiny bit, and then go a little tiny bit farther and fold into it again. Take a nice full breath here, feeling the stretch in the back and inner legs. Then we're gonna go to the right. So bring your fingers all the way over to the right, reaching wherever your hands may land on your right leg. Maybe your calf, maybe your ankle. And just folding over that right leg. Taking a full breath here. Then when you're ready, go back through center, over to the left. Stretching out the left side. Taking a full breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And you can come back through center, slowly come back up. And then we're just gonna put our feet out long for a forward fold. So flexing the feet, right? We're hinging at the hips, always trying to keep the spine as long as possible and ourselves rooted into the ground as much as possible, right? Hips are forward, inhaling the arms up, folding at the hips, heart is forward until you feel like you can't go any farther. Then you release the hands and the head, folding into that pose, right? Flexing the feet makes it more of a stretch. Take a full breath. Slowly come back up. And then we're gonna meet in table. So however you wanna get there, feel free. Right, table, we want our Wrists tracking over our shoulders, right? Our knees tracking over our hips. When we look back, we don't want to be able to see our feet through our legs, right? We want to tuck our navel towards our spine, right? Trying to create that flat back, right? So let's practice that by doing some cat-cow. So cat-cow, right? We're arching with our toes tucked, then exhaling, pushing, untucking our toes, pushing into the hands, pushing into the tops of the feet, rounding the spine. Inhaling for cow, and just go at your own pace a little bit. Moving with the breath, right? Always moving with an inhale or an exhale. This is loosening up the middle back, which is the thoracic spine. Maybe we add some hip circles to it, right? Bring our butt down to our heels, over to the other heel, coming back forward. Just loosening up where we hold pretty much all of our tension, especially as women, right in our hips. And then if you do hip circles one way, do them the other way as well. I'm not used to not having music. It's so quiet in here. I want to like sing for you guys while we do this. Right, just loosening up. Then when you're ready, you can come back to a regular flat back. And then we're just gonna take our wrists and turn them out like this, right? We're just stretching them a little bit. Then we're gonna take them back like this if you can. If this hurts, don't do it, please. If anything hurts, please don't do it. Right, if you really want a stretch, you can kind of like sit back a little. I can't do that. I can't go very far. And then bringing them back around. Good. Let's push up into a downward dog so we can get things flowing a little bit. So everybody, what that looks like, pushing into the J shape of your hands. Your hands should pretty much be the width of your mat almost, if not a little bit tighter. Elbows are tracking in, heels are tracking towards the mat, and probably not touching it though. Heart is pushing towards the mat. Head is hanging. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Maybe take one more. And we're just gonna float forward onto our bellies, right? Untuck, like we're coming down to our back bend. And then we're gonna come into Sphinx, which is elbows right next to your chest. Hands are pulling kind of towards you. So the tighter your elbows are, the more strength you're gonna feel there, right? This is my new favorite lower back strengthening exercise, actually, because my lower back is awful. And I wonder why I wanna die every time I do like yard work. We're literally just going to start lifting slow pumps with one leg. But I want you to really make sure you engage like the sturdiness of your upper body with your elbows and your hands, right? It shouldn't be, and you can even feel it. And just do a few, right, with your breath. Right, strengthening that lower back and core is where all the strength comes from. And then when you've had enough on that side, we'll have to go to the other side, lifting that left foot, just kind of pulsing, whether you do it quickly or slowly, whatever feels right to you, but controlled. regardless of how fast you're doing it. Right, controlled and breathing. Don't hold your breath. Couple more. Remember, you are strong. And then when you're ready, we're gonna push back through table to child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Right, and just do that counter stretch for the lower back. Remember your intention, what brought you here today. When you're ready, you can meet me back in table. Realigning yourself in that perfect table. Right, not too much arch in the back. Really tightening that core. It's gonna save you from being injured in most anything you do physically, really, right? Bring your weights to somewhere that's accessible to you. We're gonna thread the needle before we lift up the weights. So we're gonna bring our right arm up, look up, and then we're gonna bring it through our armpit. We're gonna be landing on our shoulder and the right side of our face. And then you can bring your left hand either right next to your face. You can bring it up over the mat, up to the top of the mat. Right, nice stretch, depending on how you want to stretch your shoulder out. Or you can bring it back for a bind. Right, and tuck it in between that little hip crease. Take one full breath here. If you want to try, you can extend the left leg, point the toes. Then when you're ready, reframe the face with the left hand. Slowly come back out of it the same way you came into it. Reaching up, looking up, coming back down. Plant your hands, maybe do a cat-cow, right? Just so we're not like keeping the back in any certain like position for too long. Do what feels good to you. Now we're gonna do it on the other side. Left hand up, look up, thread the needle through the armpit. Left side of the cheek comes down, left shoulder. Right hand can come up to the top of the mat. Or you can choose to do the bind. Usually doing the same thing on one side that you did on the other. Or trying to at least. Maybe taking that leg out. Take a breath here. And slowly come back out of it, lifting up. Looking up. Bring the hands back down. Good job. Now we're gonna grab the weights we're gonna grab our right hand with our weight. And you can do different parts of this. We can either do hands and feet, right? Or you can just, let's just do that. So we're gonna bring our hands out long, right arm out long, left leg out, right? And we're just gonna pulse like we did before, up. Maybe for a count of 8 is good, right? And then bring it back down. Then we're gonna do the other side. I sometimes just hold them like this, but if you just wanna put them like that, right there, that works too. Right, when you're ready, feel the core engaged. Extend the leg, extend the arm. And then we're gonna pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it down. Good job. Now we're gonna come into puppy pose. So hands at the top of the mat. Stick those booties up in the air. And then come down. We're stretching like the backs of our shoulders. So you wanna pull towards you. Your chin might come down to the mat. It doesn't have to. Take a breath here. And then we're gonna push into downward dog again. Pedaling the feet. Finding stillness. Then we're gonna lift the right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open up the hip. And on your exhale, you're gonna bring it through and plant it in the middle of the hands, right? For a low lunge, drop the back knee, untuck the toes. This is a perfect opportunity for blocks. Blocks are amazing. They bring the earth closer to you to allow you to do the right move, like the right position of the move, which is really important. Bring your left hand down to the ground or to the mat. Right arm up, twist to the right, look up. Right hand comes down, twist to the left, look up. Bring both hands down. Then we're gonna come up to a high lunge. Grab your weights, and then we're gonna lift up. Maybe come to your knee first if you need to. And then we're gonna lift up. And then we're gonna open up. And we're gonna do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now come back down. Bring them behind. Let's try it and do a standing split. So straighten out the legs. And then try and fold forward towards that front leg. Feel that nice stretch in the back of the leg. Then you can root your hands with your weights onto the ground. Bring the left foot to meet the right, forward fold. Hang here for a second, maybe grab opposite elbows. Ragdoll. Letting it all go. Before inhaling halfway for a flat back. This is a great place to have blocks too. We're gonna do that a few times. So inhale, then exhale down. Inhale up for a flat back, right? And feel that strength right here, because that's what we're trying to engage. Hold. 2 more, inhale up, hold, fold. 1 more, inhale up, hold, fold. Inhale all the way up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Look up, hands up. You can do a little back bend. Hands toward center. Down by your side. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, either step back through table or through plank or to plank, I'm sorry. Then push back to downward dog. right? Feel the difference in the length of your legs, maybe. Find stillness. Before we take an inhale, lift the left leg up. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Exhale, bring it through. Drop the back knee. Yep, bring it through too. Good job. And I need to help my leg all the time. Untuck the toes. Using blocks or not. Twist to the left first, so bring the right hand down. So you bring your knee down to the mat. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. And then bring your left hand down, twist to the right, look up. Hands down. Then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So grab your weights. When you feel sturdy, untuck those toes, lift the leg. And the wider your legs are, the wider your feet are apart, the more balance you'll have in poses like this. When you're ready, you can lift up, hands up, open up. We'll do it again, 8 more. Really feel, so engage those shoulder blades when you're doing this, right? The backs of your shoulder blades. Where you focus your attention on a muscle when you're doing a certain thing is where you're gonna get the most out of it. I lost count. 8. Okay, 8. Okay, bring them back down. So we're gonna straighten that leg. If you want, you can grip behind you. And then we're gonna slowly fold over. Kind of like a half split humble warrior. Right, and then slowly bring those hands down. Bring the right foot to meet the left. Forward fold again. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands up, look up. Hands to heart center. Down by your side. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. We're just gonna do that 2 more times. Inhale all the way up. Right, moving the energy. Hands to heart center. Down by your side. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Bringing it from the root to the crown. Inhale all the way up. Hands up, look up. Hands to heart center. Down by your side. All right, inhale up. Exhale, fold. We're gonna grab the weights. We're gonna sit in chair first. So if you choose to bring your feet closer for chair, that's fine. And we're gonna sit down a little bit, right? And then with all our might, we're gonna lift. And we're gonna try something. We're gonna take our right foot, we're gonna try and go like this. 1, 3 times. 2, 3. Good job. Now inhale all the way up. Exhale down. Now we're gonna do this. This is really good for shoulder mobility. So bring, like you're in your mountain pose. We'll get in our mountain pose, right? Starting with our feet, right? Feel all 4 corners of the mat. Use the feet. Feet are hips width distance apart, right? Slight bend in the knees. Tuck that navel in. Lift those shoulders up and away from the ears. Open up the hands, right? Maybe go like this. Just like loosening up the rest of the face. And we're gonna do half circles. So slowly coming, and anybody with shoulder problems will realize that this is harder than it looks and is much more effective. So try and come to here, yeah. And then just go here. And it's actually really helpful. for your shoulders. And I have really bad shoulders. And it never seemed like it was like a hard move, but it's been very helpful in other shoulder like strengthening exercises that I've done. Because we don't usually have our arms open like this, our shoulders open like this, right? We're always leaning hunched over and our shoulders are folding forward. 2 more. 1, 2. Good, and then we'll float down, fold over. Inhale halfway up. We're gonna do chair on the other side now. So sit back in the chair. I guess it's up to you if you want to have these weights in your hand. And then 3 times on the left side when you're ready. 1, 2, 3. And then inhale. Exhale. Good job. We can put the weights down. All right. Now inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step back into plank or table. Push back into downward dog. We're just gonna do that 2 more times. So just float into table. This is a really good way to see if your alignment is right for your downward dog, right? And you can just do it the same way like this. You just put your knees down when you do it, right? And then back to table, push. And it's also a really good way to loosen up your spine like quickly, right? If you're like ready to work out or you like have to run out the door and your back's really tight, you don't want to make it worse. You can just do like little things like this. Then meet me back in downward dog. We're gonna lift the right leg up. Bring it through the hands. Plant the right foot. We're gonna come into warrior 2. So taking that back foot parallel to the mat. We're gonna grab the weights. Come into warrior 2. So I'll stay so you don't have to look at my butt. And then we're gonna inhale up, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend. At your own pace and your own breath, right? You shouldn't be just inhaling and exhaling with me. You should be doing it with the movement of your body. We got 3 more. Two more. One more. Good job. I'll go back for extended side angle. Come back through warrior 2. Oh, sorry, this is extended side angle. Exalted warrior to extended side angle. I apologize. And come back to warrior 2. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Now straighten your leg. Now float forward. We're going to come into triangle. So if you need a block, if not, just tilt. Right, we're kind of just bringing that body. It almost helps with the weights to show you like where the body is tilting. Then when you've had enough, frame the front foot. And then bring the right knee down, left knee down. Grab your blocks if you have them. I'm kind of backwards because I didn't want to show you my butt. And we're gonna just stretch out. So we're gonna do this one, right? And then we're gonna come back towards our heels lifting up that front foot. Slowly stretching back and forth a few times. Maybe one more time. All right, and then you can come back to table. And push into downward dog. Let's float forward and do a chaturanga. So however you want to come down, you can come down knees, chest, chin, and slide forward. Untuck the toes. Bring the hands in for either Sphinx, which I actually love the most. I didn't realize I loved it that much. Or if you want to take a little bit more of a back bend, you could always do baby cobra or cobra. Right. Slowly come back down. Make a little pillow with your hands and just wiggle your hips back and forth. Loosen them up. Then we're going to come back up to Sphinx. And we're going to do those little butt lifts again. So we'll do 8 on each side. Ready? Start with the right. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Left side, left. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Now we'll press back into table, back through table. Right, to downward dog. Pedaling our feet, feeling the differences in all of our downward dogs. For me, they start to feel more and more like my own as I go through my practice usually, until they're actually comfortable by the end. Find stillness. Then we're gonna bring our left leg up to the sky. Exhale it through, plant it between the hands. Coming up to warrior 2 on the other side, grab the weights. Keeping that bend in that right leg. Feeling strong. Then we're gonna inhale up, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend. We'll do 8, so 1, 2. Bend. 3, inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. 4. Exhale. Good job. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 2 more. Find your strength. Last one. Good job. Go back for exalted warrior. Back through warrior 2 to extended side angle. Back through warrior 2. Straighten that leg. Reach forward. Fold over for a triangle. Bring the shoulders in line. Taking a full breath. Your hands forward. Bring the left right foot to meet the left. Forward fold. Maybe do another ragdoll here. Or what I like to do sometimes is bring my feet as wide as the mat, so it's a little bit wider than you would be standing and anything. And just kind of rock my hips from one side to the other. And it kind of like stretches out. There. And meet me back with stillness. Up. So fold. Halfway. So fold. Grab your weights and then inhale up again. Inhale up with the weights, and we're just going to do some side bends, kind of like lower back / abs. So we're just going to go to the left, right. So as you breathe, go up. Make sure you're breathing. This is a hard one to breath. 6, 7, 8. Left side. To the right. You don't want to go too far. More control, the better. 7, 8. Good job. Anybody sweating or is it just me? Yeah. It's just nice sweating. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. You can put the weights down. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. We're going to come down to our butt. So however you want to get there. If you want to get a little fancy, you can sit in a chair maybe. And then just rock that. We do a little bit of core. And everybody loves an easy core. Has the same love-hate relationship I do with it, right? Not. Right, right. Mine kind of is right now too. They're still not doing it. So there's all different variations, right, of this. So we're gonna have the option of weights. You don't have to switch, you don't have to. But we're gonna lift both legs up. Where you drop the weights. And then if you can open as you lower. And you're like sitting on that like shelf, right, of your lower back / butt. Eight's the goal. Right here, you're getting arm workout or arm workout and ab workout. Good job. Straight your legs out. Let's go forward, fold, inhale, arms up, fold over. Good job. Breath here. Come down to our backs and do a little work. Right, so we're doing bridge, which you want to almost be able to feel your heels with your middle finger when you bring your arms out long, like greasy, basically. I choose to have my legs a little bit pointing outward because I have bad inner knees, but your knees should be basically hip distance apart. And bring your hands to the mat, right? Focus on pushing your lower back into the mat right now. Like you feel that, like almost like you're gonna go to the bathroom, basically, right? Push that into the mat. That is your strength. Right? Now, on your inhale, we're going to lift. Keep that strength, though, in that part of your lower back. Inhale, lift. Right? And engage all of that around from front to back. Stay here. 3, 2, 1. Back down. Do it 3 more times. So, inhale, lift. Engage, engage, engage. Right on, you squeezing your butt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Fall down. Breath. One more time. Inhale, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to windshield washer our knees back and forth. So to one side, to the other. Still kind of trying to keep that lower back on the floor as best as possible. Now we're going to bring our right leg up. Bring it, make a figure 4, so you're bringing your right heel on top of your left knee. You can push out your right leg a little bit with that angle. And then if you want to lift that left leg, bring your hands behind the thigh. Looking towards your chest. Right outer hip. Keeping both feet flexed preferably. Breath here. Sending that oxygen to the muscles that you're working on, right? Keeping it breath so get bigger and lengthening, more strengthening. And slowly we're going to twist our lower body to the left and land our right foot flat on the ground. In the same position that you're in. That makes sense. Good job. Right, then we're looking out over our right shoulder. Just a little bit more of an intense lower back stretch. Having that figure 4. Take a really deep breath and send it to that lower back. Then you can come back through, you can just put that foot, come back to center. So other side. So when you're ready, you can lift that left foot up, create that figure 4, bringing your left heel, top of your right knee, foot flex. Maybe open bit. Lifting up that right leg, grabbing behind the side. Towards your chest, to wherever it feels comfortable. Where you can get that nice stretch. The more breath you send to your stretch, the better the stretch you're going to get. Right, you can't stretch without oxygen. Then when you're ready, you can twist to the right, so bring that right foot flat onto the floor. In that little pretzel you're in. And turning out to your left, looking out to your left. Left arm can come out long. Left lower back. Deep breath into that side body. Coming back through center. We're going to bring our legs up for legs up the wall. So just legs up straight. You can hold the back of your legs if you want to support them. Right, this is an amazing way to bring the blood flow back to your heart, to slow your heart rate down. I use this as an anxiety relief technique. It works like a charm. And it works pretty quickly too. And it's great for after you work out to let your heart know that it's time to slow down. Stop pumping as hard. And then we're going to bring our legs down to the floor for the count of 12. So you can count as fast or as slow as you want, but 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just kidding. Is there anything anybody else wants to work on before we end? Let's do happy baby. That's my favorite pose. These are all really, really good for your lower back. So we're going to bring our knees towards our armpits and then bring our arms inside of our knees, right? And then out, trying to grab the outside of either our feet, our ankles. Try and flex the feet up towards the ceiling. Getting that nice little grip so you can start to maybe sway back and forth, giving that lower back a little massage. Maybe even giggling like a baby if it makes you happy. It makes them happy, so it's working for somebody. Maybe you decide to take the legs straight, one at a time or both at the same time. Giving one last stretch of the vagus nerve down the back of your legs. And then making any last poses or movements that you choose to finish your practice before we start Shavasana. Whether it be a back bend, or I always like to do if it's in your practice, I like to do wheel after I do core because it does the opposite of, but it's kind of the same as doing bridge, you know, like you're giving that opposite relief from crunching your abs together so much, and then you're spreading them out. So you guys can start to get comfortable. Maybe put some layers back on. I don't know how many layers you want to put back on today because it's hot. And I'm gonna read a little thing to you before I let you just take some time for yourself to reflect on the strength that you brought to class today. And then I'll call you back when it's time. Let your head get heavy on the mat, right? Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let your jaw relax. Your shoulders and your arms get heavy. Letting your lower back and your hips melt into the mat. Releasing all the tension that they hold so tightly. Letting your legs get heavy. Your feet splay out to either side. Releasing all the tension all the way down through your toes. And just take this moment to be here. The way you love yourself sets the example for how everyone else will love you. Set the bar by showing yourself respect, loyalty, compassion, kindness, care, and vulnerability. Show us all how loving you is done. When you're ready, you can start making little movements with your fingers and toes, bringing awareness back to the body. Maybe turning to your right side in the fetal position, taking a moment to thank yourself for your practice and everything your body does for you on a daily basis. And in your own time, you can meet me back in a seated position when you're ready. Let's bring our hands to our heart center. Bring them up to our third eye, our intuition, right? Thank you so much for allowing me to practice with you. The light and the love within me honors, respects, and sees the light and love within each and every one of you. Namaste. Namaste. I hope you guys got something good out of it.